Welcome to Poco News, your weekly source for most things Brawl Stars esports. Results, team updates, and the latest drama you won't want to miss. Make sure to come back every Wednesday to get your latest update. In this video, we will be looking at the future teams, going down the list after the August monthly final, looking at the team points. We see Tribe Gaming. Tribe Gaming, after dominating NA most of the year, had a very underwhelming result at Worlds. Therefore, they decided to replace Zeus with their new player. That is most likely Diego Gamer, after his impressive jump this year, both in the online season and throughout LCQ, playing in from 2 monthly finals last year to almost every grand final this year. The rest of the roster will, however, stay intact. RBM, Luffy, their coach Killer, and Sugus will stay in Tribe. Now to the former second seed, Elevate. I must say that the organization Elevate started with one roster. That was Juan Carlos, Sar, and Islivy, but then replaced them with the new Elevate roster, which was Avex, Vegeta, and Diego Gamer. This new roster has completely disbanded after their unfair disqualification from World Finals. I have left videos covering the drama in more depth down below. As said, Diego Gamer will most likely move to Tribe. Vegeta, the Canadian-Korean main drafter of the team, is going to team up with Dougie, the now 16-year-old that is prepared to play legally for the first time this year. As you might not know, he played in the first monthly final last year. And lastly, the third teammate is the ex-Code OG member and SSG coach OG, who is the oldest player in Brawl esports. As for Avex, he retired this year after the Elevate drama. Normally, the substitute player, which is Patchy, would go here, but it makes more sense if he's in the next part. SSG. First off, we have Chino, who is currently teamless and FA, looking for a team. And then we have the duo of Sans and Bobby, who are going to stay together for a third year in a row. And the player who is going to join them next year is the ex-LG player and Elevate substitute, Patchy. They have been signed by BIG International, even though this is a leak. Stamina. World's breakout surprise, shocking everyone with their 8th place. They have decided to repeat the roster. So Roladu, Payne, Tacos, and Juan Carlos. Next up, we have Team Elektros, the American roster consisting of Islivy, Rafiki, and Bilal, formed after Islivy got kicked. This next year, they will repeat with the addition of the Team Heretics coach, Sebas. Even with this upgrade, they have been signed by an organization. That's it for the post-season teams. The rest of the teams I will be talking about are teams that didn't make it to either LCQ or Worlds. KCP or Old Tribe. They've had an interesting evolution after their underwhelming result this year. They decided to split up. Fade has retired. Tyrant is FA right now, looking for a team. And most importantly, Tholan, the Puerto Rican player, is going to team up with the Puerto Rican Tribe player, Zeus. And the final member of their team is the one and only Secondbest. IX Gaming. Previously Code OG, then Rip OG, and it ended up as IX Gaming. This team was composed by Charles, who is planning on retiring, Secondbest, who has already been mentioned, and Sam, who I don't know what we'll do next year. If we keep going, we find Eternal. Eternal was made up of Alianis, Betuchis, and Frixie. I honestly have no idea what is going to happen with this team. This is Miscellaneous, which is players who either were minors last year, so they were under 16 and therefore could play, or didn't really get great results last year in the monthly final. First off, we have SAR. So SAR is a bit of the exception because he played in Heretics last year, and he joined the organization after Juan Carlos' team disbanded, and he won the monthly final in Europe and played Worlds, where he was clearly the player who played the best in Heretics at Worlds. Unfortunately, however, he is retiring. Now to some less known players. Memen, who is a 16-year-old prodigy, much like Guesty is in Europe. We have Snoy, who is Canadian and 17. He's known mainly for winning Matcherinos. Then we have Old Bob, who is an 16-year-old who played in the last 2 monthly finals. Toxic Asher is another good example of someone who wins Matcherinos. Sunny is a semi-pro who played in JKR last year and has won Matcherinos. Semp is also a 17-year-old who played JKR last year. Both of the last ones said are American. And next up we have Carito, who is a Mexican player who is also 17. So, in summary, Tribe is replacing Zeus with Diego Gamer. So the roster becomes Diego Gamer, RBM, Luffy, Coach Killer, and Tsugus as their analyst. Vegeta is teaming up with Ducky and OG. Sans and Bobby are teaming up with Patchy. Rafiki, Bilal, and Izlivi have gotten Sebas as a coach. Zolan, Zeus, and Secondbest teamed up. Chino, Tyrant, Zemp, RFA. Czar, Charles, and Avex have retired. Thank you so much for reaching till the end of the video. And tell me, what are your thoughts about these teams? Leave a like if you enjoyed the video and comment down below your thoughts.